Somebody tell me to go. 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 Somebody tell me to go.
Welcome, show fans. We're back. We're back in Meat Space, in person, in the streaming studio. Some upgrades have been made. I'm Ben Gelman-Chomsky, filling in for Ramon Russell, joined by Luis Martinez from the live content team. What's going on, Luis?
Hey, nothing much. I'm just excited to be back in the studio and, excited to talk to you about ninth inning and some surprises on stream as well.
Yes, lots of surprises on the way. Before we get to that, Twitch drops are enabled. Make sure you go to theshow.com and link your Twitch and show accounts. And be sure to watch out for those Twitch-enabled streams like this one and claim your drops when you get them in your inbox. Now, there's been a lot added recently because there's been a lot going on. The postseason concluded. Congrats to the Atlanta Braves. First title in more than 25 years. And with it, we have the World Series program.
Yeah, so that came out last week. A bunch of cards there. Go get your hands on those cards. And also, last Tuesday, we had new BR drops, right?
That's right.
The infamous Corey Kluber is back.
Yeah, Milestone Corey Kluber along with Milestone George Foster. Some very, very excellent cards there. And of course, this weekend we have the last qualifier for the fall circuit. Make sure you go to theshow.com to find out how to register. But enough of that. We've got more on the horizon. That's the ninth inning program. Let's get into that right now. Ninth inning program is upon us. We have a new conquest map, new player programs, a ton of content. But Luis, we know what the fans really want.
The bosses.
The bosses. They always want the bosses, and we're going to give them to you right off the top. Here they are, your ninth inning bosses. There you have it, the ninth inning bosses. You have signature Babe Ruth, awards Johnny Bench, and milestone Eric Gagne. That Eric Gagne season, the last time a reliever has won the Cy Young Award, 2003.
One of the best seasons by a reliever of all time. And, let's talk about the other bosses. Babe Ruth, needs no introduction, but, Hank Aaron, our seventh inning boss, he's known for breaking the all-time home run record off of Babe Ruth, right? And Johnny Bench, what can you tell us about him?
Two-time MVP, and in fact, in those two MVP seasons, hit 40 home runs in each of them. Only one other catcher has 240 home run seasons in their career. That's Mike Piazza, who, of course, is very familiar to our fans and the players of MLB The Show. There's so much to tell you about how you get to these bosses, of course. Let's start off with the previous bosses from the eighth inning program.
Right. Backing up a little bit, though, how do you get the Boss Choice Pack? You get it through XP, right?
Yes.
Earning XP, which you get just by playing the game. Doesn't matter what mode you play the game, earn XP, but there are very specific pieces of ninth inning content that give you big chunks of XP. And there comes what you mentioned, the collection for the previous bosses. That gives you 50,000 XP. Willie Mays, Ernie Banks, Chris Sale, collect those three, get that big chunk. Then we've got the Evolution collection, right, where you collect the November daily Evolution players for 20,000 XP.
And that's a nice chunk on your way to getting the ninth inning bosses. Certainly very excited to lock in those eighth inning bosses. Chris Sale is already a rotation mainstay for me. But of course, it doesn't stop there. There's plenty to do in the ninth inning program, including some conquest action.
That's right. Fall is here, and some people might need an umbrella. So...
Not us in San Diego.
Not us, but we built you one just in case. We've got 15 hidden rewards, I'm told, in the conquest map. So go out there and then fish for those goodies.
A lot of goodies to find. There's one more piece of ninth inning content, but we'll tell you about that a little later. Right now, let's get into some of the cards that you're going to encounter as rewards along the way. Starting with the henchmen, as we like to call them. Milestone Larry Doby, Signature Luis Aparicio, Future Stars Hunter Green. 3 very exciting cards. Larry Doby, the fun fact I found out, he was a second baseman for the Newark Eagles before he signed with Cleveland, who already had future Hall of Famers in Joe Gordon and Lou Boudreau up the middle, so he shifted to center field and put together a Hall of Fame career of his own. So these are 3 really exciting cards, I think.
Yes, and in addition to Doby, you've got Luis Aparicio. He's got near maxed out fielding and speed. That's what he's known for. One of the best fielding shortstops of all time. And maybe the most exciting to a lot of people, Future Star Hunter Green, second overall pick in 2017, throws really hard.
Yes.
He's got Outlier, so look out for Outlier on him, and really an excellent repertoire.
Yeah, it's really exciting, especially another great Future Stars pitcher. Very good to add. Now the classics, you know that we've got so many fan favorite cards from the past, and we have a trio of 2019 finest classics, Gleyber Torres, Jack Flaherty, and Matt Chapman. Very exciting cards.
That's right. 98 overall for Matt Chapman. Amazing defense. That's what you'll get from him, and really nice power. Jack Flaherty, he had one of the a second half for the ages in 2019, right? He gets a 97 overall. And, Gleyber Torres, he turned into Babe Ruth pretty much against the Orioles that year.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah, he could do no wrong. He made Camden Yards his second home. I think he has a lease still.
Yeah, I'm sure. So, yeah, those are your trio of classics. And, everyone wants to hear about the boss attributes, right? And wants to see them. So let's dive in.
Let's do it. All right, let's take a look at those boss attributes now, starting with the catcher, Johnny Bench, Oklahoma City native, and boy, he brings a lot to the table.
That's right. He's got the hitting. Like you mentioned, he hit 40 home runs a couple of times. But really, he won 10 gold gloves. So he's got fielding on lock. He also has the pop time quirk, kind of an underrated, under the radar sort of thing that's really useful for catchers this year. And he's not limited to catcher either. He's pretty versatile. He can play all over the field.
It's amazing that he was a second-round pick, given how quickly he developed. He was actually a second-round pick in the first ever June amateur draft. Rick Monday, the first overall pick in that draft. Now let's move on to the back end of the bullpen and Eric Gagne. And this milestone card is a monster coming out the back of the bullpen.
Oh, yeah. He saved 55 games in 2003. It still stands as the National League single-season saves record, tied with John Smoltz. And, we mentioned it was one of the best reliever seasons of all time. He's got maxed out hit and K per 9, maxed out clutch, all at 125. Elite walk per 9, amazing repertoire at varying speeds.
Yes, that curveball and the Vulcan change are just deadly.
Yeah, Eric Gagne definitely will become one of the best relievers in the game.
He's one of only 3 relievers with 2 50-save seasons. The others are Mariano Rivera and Jim Johnson.
I just looked that up today, and I was surprised to see it. But yeah, there Jim Johnson is, along with the all-time greats.
Yeah, and speaking of all-time greats, signature Babe Ruth, and as you would expect, the hitting cards are beyond ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, do you like 125s? I think you guys do.
Yeah, they're pretty popular. I'm under that impression.
I don't know if we need to go too deep into Babe Ruth's attributes. You can see the maxed out hitting, and the fielding isn't bad either. Babe Ruth is just amazing.
He won 3 World Series with Boston and 4 with the Yankees, 7 overall. And one thing I found that was amazing, most players slow down once they hit their 30s. In his age 31 through 37 seasons, Babe Ruth averaged 49 home runs, 153 runs batted in, and 143 runs, and he hit better than 350 over those 7 seasons. It's preposterous.
Yeah, and that's why he has the maxed out hitting.
Yeah. Hard to go wrong with any of these. Who are you going to pick, Luis?
Yeah, like I said, I think Babe Ruth, you gotta have him. But there aren't many options that compare to Eric Gagne either at the back of the bullpen. So I think both of those guys are must-have.
Yeah, I think Johnny Bench is going to be a really good card too. You mentioned the pop time quirk that made JT Real Muto's card so valuable for me early on, and having that level of defense with that caliber of hitting behind the plate, that is a big strength in your Diamond Dynasty squad. We have some other folks from our live content crew who wanted to weigh in. Here are their choices for ninth inning boss.
I'm taking the Sultan of SWAT, the great Bambino, Babe Ruth himself, of course.
Ninth inning bosses. I'm looking into them, and Babe Ruth, all those guys, good options, but I think I'm gonna have to go with Bench solely because he has some good secondary positions, and I need to fill out that catcher spot. So definitely going with Bench on this one.
Ninth inning boss. Who do I go with? Dodger fan? Do I want to do Gagne, safe streak, or do I want to go with the guy that holds 7 baseballs with his hands? We're going with Bench, baby. Woo!
Those are some great choices. I'm looking forward to pursuing my own picks from that pack. Remember, you can make progress in the ninth inning program just by playing the game. You get XP all over playing MLB The Show 21, so make sure you do that as you climb the ninth inning ladder. Let's take a look at what else is coming up in MLB The Show 21, starting with the final fall circuit qualifier this weekend. Go to theshow.com for details on how to enter, and Luis, $25,000 in cash prizes for the fall circuit.
A lot of money. I can't dream of winning that thing, even if I was eligible, but very fun to watch.
It's important to know your limitations, and I appreciate that about you, Luis. Team Affinity 5 is coming up, and it is... Finest! It is time for Finest. It's coming next week. Reveals all week starting on Saturday. Make sure you watch our social channels. Head over to theshow.com/21finest for all the updates, and watch our stream next week on everything that we're adding for Finest, and we are adding rather a lot, Luis.
That's right. This being TA5, Team Affinity 5, there's going to be at least one Finest card per team. But we might have some surprises up our sleeves, and actually one in a few minutes.
That's right. We told you early on in the stream we had one thing we were holding back for the end, and here it is. The first Finest card you can earn, I believe.
That is correct. You're going to be able to go out and earn 3-time World Series champ, San Francisco Giant, Buster Posey.
Buster Posey player program on an amazing career for Buster Posey, closing it out very strong for the 2021 Giants. For a while, it looked like he was going to be the National League MVP, just the way he was playing. And what a season it was for him and for the Giants, Luis.
That's right. It was amazing to watch. This program is a ninth inning player program, and you'll be able to get XP towards those bosses that we talked about by finishing the program. Of course, you also get the finest Buster Posey, which is amazing. As you can see here with the attributes, he's got 100+ in contact power. Defense is amazing. He's an amazing fielder. And you mentioned it. He was in the running for MVP. What a way to close out his career. What will you be doing in the program, though? Moments and missions.
Moments
right?
and missions.
And they run from the very first hit of his career up until his very last home run in the 2021 postseason.
It's a nice way to celebrate a really amazing career, and a rarity in today's game, a guy who spends an entire amazing career with one organization, which is really fun to go out with. So congratulations to Buster Posey on an amazing career. Now, in addition to that player program, we talked already about the ninth inning program, but we've got even more coming your way, starting with the Prime Awards event.
That's right. Next Tuesday, the not so subtly named Prime Awards event will drop, and you can look out for those cards. They are going to be eligible for that event. Last thing we want to talk about.
Yes.
And it's also the last big collection of the year. Any guess on what the rewards might be?
I wouldn't dare of guessing because I have been very wrong at guessing, as my postseason predictions will teach you. But I'm pretty excited. I think that there's going to be some good surprises here.
Yeah, well, and actually, I kind of just already mentioned one. There's multiple players in the collection, so look out for that next week.
Very exciting stuff. So much content. Remember, the 9th inning is not the end of the innings programs. We have extras coming your way. Be sure to be on the lookout for that. But back to that 9th inning program. It starts in just a couple minutes once we push the button. Sign up for the scouting report. You get all the news on MLB The Show 21 and exclusive subscriber rewards. Twitch drops coming out of this stream. Very nice to find in your packs. Go download the MLB The Show 21 companion app. And next week is
Finest week.
Finest week. It's exciting stuff, and we are so thrilled to bring it to you. Alongside Luis Martinez, I am Ben Gelman-Chomsky. Thank you so much for tuning, and I think Colin has a few final words for us.
We're pushing the button.